Alright. Welcome, StarCraft 2 fans, to the greatest game you will ever witness in your entire day.
Vieni via di qui. Niente più ti lega a questi luoghi, neanche questi fiori azzurri.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess these players do need an introduction. We have the greatest Warcraft 2 player of all
pieno di
time.
musica,
His name is Cannon from all
e di uomini che ti sono piaciuti. It's wonderful, it's wonderful, it's wonderful. Good luck, my baby, it's wonderful. It's wonderful, it's wonderful. I dream of you. Chips, chips. Do 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 do.
I forgot music.
Do 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 do. Chiboom, chiboom, boom. Do 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 do. Via, via, vieni via con me. Entra in questo amore buio.
So it looks like a very standard one barracks build here from, and a fast expand from Hammer. He's obviously played these games before. And over here for DW Burnt, or DWX Burnt, he's going to make 1 to 2 Marauders. And the fast expand is pretty gutsy stuff here from these two players. One guy, he has a nice hidden expansion in the back here, but he's taking that expansion right out front. You're gonna grab life by the horns, and hopefully they don't make him pay for it. Already one Marine out. Meanwhile, the Warcraft 2 tournament director of all-time greatness, which is, of course, Cannon Zytheron, he looks like he's doing a traditional 4 gateway rush. This is the exact counter to a player who puts their expansion right out front in the line of fire. And it's a dual starport, the other counter to a player who puts their expansion right out there. Who would have thought? And what strategy is going to be the answer to this? It is another expansion, this time in the back. So I think maybe the one out front was a distraction expansion. And then he will get a starport and an armory. So this is the 1-1-1 build. This is known as the 1 expansion here, 1 expansion here, and 1 expansion here. And 1 barracks, 1 factory, and 1 armory or starport. I'm not sure. Meanwhile, Hammer, he's hammering away at his 1-1-1 build as well. Except for this time, he's opted to go for an engineering bay. That would be pretty helpful against starports. So action is heating up in this lifetime changing game as our first Zealot makes his way across the map, and he's going to run into this just about walled off wall off here. Or he's going to, I don't know how he was able to get by that wall off, the 2 supply depots wall off. But he does not actually scout the base out front, so very good news. And if you have all CCs numbered as 1 number, it is very much easier. Many times players number it 0, 9, 8, so they can hit 0P, 9P, 8P. But me, I like to I'll hotkey that to a button on my mouse, and I'll just hit my button, and it'll select all command centers and have them all drop mules, and all my queens spawn larvae, and all create extra guys. And that'll be my my button that I have on my mouse. If you too would like to learn about these ways to become a better player, then I would highly recommend going out to war2.usa and talking to Tupac, the notorious computer programmer, who would let you know the quickest way to make your opponent drop from a game, or perhaps give you a good map hack or all kinds of good stuff. That would be the guy to go to. So I would highly recommend war2.usa to anybody who wants to experience another side of Warcraft 2. Government warning. Do not use your same password with warcraft2.usa as you use in other games. Alright, the main base out front was discovered, and now he's going to use siege tanks against battle cruisers. I've seen this before. And here comes a Banshee. Doesn't do very well either. Because none of this stuff can shoot up. Battle cruisers with their traditional flyby tactics here, chasing the SCVs around. Betty wishes he had an engineering bay about right now. And no, he's closer to getting goats. Still, he has 3 bases with a few SCVs left. It'll be easy for him to repopulate. Meanwhile, Hammer from Clan FOU is over here with his very first battlecruiser, boldly going to go where no other Zealots have arrived to do the mop-ups crew. So the tournament director of champions, Canon Zytheron, showing you why he's in charge of all tournaments. No players will respect a tournament and call it an official one without him dominating that tournament as tournament director. Not regardless of prize amount, regardless of any other tournaments that are held, only Zytheron can hold the official 1v1 championship tournament of the world, and people will honor it as a championship. The winner of the last championship was Sir Laddie, and actually the winner of the championship before that was Sir Laddie as well. So 2-time champion Sir Laddie, world famous. And here it looks like Hammer is getting hammered down. This is about the time when you normally want to pull the plug on your internet connection. If you have dial-up, you can simply pick up the phone. But if you were smart enough to play on war2.usa and befriend one of the Iron Fist there, as long as you don't do any swearing while you befriend him, he will teach you all of the most illegal things that you could possibly do to your StarCraft 2 opponent. Highly recommended. Comes with many references and much experience. Today's episode also brought to you in part by Blid, who is going to get muted on the forums. Probably a 2-day ban, I think, or a 1-day mute, 24-hour mute, I think is appropriate for. I'll dig something up for being from Minnesota. All right, thank you guys all for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned for day 19 of the workout video, where the TNA Rick, the legendary legend, walks his dogs. Wiki work.